Scott McLellan is a 1993 birth year golfer sporting a 2 handicap. The North Bay native, who is in grade 12 at West Ferris Senior Secondary School, averages 28.6 putts a round and hits an average of 12 greens in regulation per round.
My short game is by far the best part of my game. I'm chipping probably the part I'm most consistent and most, the best with. And off the tee, I'm usually consistent. I'm not the furthest hitter. Average maybe between 270 and 80 for driver. And then, like my 150 clubs is an 8-iron. So approach shots, they're usually, I like to attack pins in that. So 100 and maybe 70 or 160 yards in, I'll start attacking pins instead of just hitting the green. And if my approach shots are off, my chipping's usually on anyway, so I'll put it and I'll go up and down maybe 80-90% of the time.
Scotty, I've been working with Scotty for the last couple of years, and if you were to compare him to a PGA Tour player and the style of game, I'd compare him more to a Justin Leonard. Puts a premium on accuracy, works a lot with his iron game, his mid to long game for accuracy, and then really heavily relies on a great short game, especially his putting, which is far superior to several kids his own age.
Okay, well, the short game, it is my best part of my game. Maybe not the putting so much, but the chipping for sure. I have soft hands, and the ball usually does what I want it to. It'll check up for me nicely, and I get usually a couple chip-ins every couple rounds, like maybe one a round if I miss it, if I'm not hitting too many greens in that. Well, I like for my chips, a lot of people, they won't read the greens for chipping that, but I like to read the green from every angle for my chips because I know when I'm getting there that I have a chance to put it in from there. So I'll really take my time on chips as if it was a putt, and then almost play it as a putt to just play a low one and just let it roll towards the hole.
Some of McLellan's accomplishments in the summer of 2010 include a first-place finish at the Idlewild Junior Invitational in Sudbury and second overall at the Northern Ontario Men's Amateur Championship in the 35-player field match play event. McLellan finished second at the NCAA Junior Golf Championship and had a fourth-place finish at both the Canadian Junior High School Spring Classic and the Ontario Junior Masters.
In mid-August, I went to the Northern Ontario Men's Amateur, and that was in Elliott Lake at Stonehenge Golf Club. That was probably the best golf I've played this summer. For the practice round, I was just getting used to the course and that, and then the qualifying round, I was 73. I was playing okay, and then I turned it on the back nine and ended up shooting 34 in the back to shoot 73. And then that seeded me second. So then I went on to win 3 matches, and then I had to play, his name is Owen Rigg in the final, and he goes to Long Island University on a Division I scholarship. So I knew he'd be a very tough match, and he's a very consistent golfer. We were both around the same off the tee for distance-wise in that, and I was up all match in that, and he came through in the end and ended up beating me 2 up. But I couldn't complain because I was playing very well. And at the Idlewild tournament a couple weeks back in August, I was it wasn't my best game, but I mean that's a hard course to score on. So I kept my cool down for that and just played consistent golf and just making pars, not very many birdies. I was just playing for pars because I was playing with the best guys, and I knew they were the best competition I had. So I just kept it together for that and ended up winning overall for that.
Unbelievable, and I'm proud of Scotty. He went into a gentleman's event in Northern Ontario, and he excelled in the match play end of it too as well, and that's going to build some mental skills because it's just you and one other person, and I think Scotty moving forward will build on that experience because Scotty will have to win some events here and not come runner-up all the time to a couple of these younger fellows. Once he excels and wins some of these events, that's when it's going to put him on notice with several scouts and several schools for sure.
And the goal of this young golfer is to acquire an NCAA Golf Scholarship.
Yeah, this is where I got to decide what I'm going to do with my life, and I like business and accounting and that. But being able to do that would be like going into business would be awesome, and then having golf on the side to play just to get my mind off that and play some golf would be awesome. and getting some of my school paid for through scholarships would help me a lot too, help me and my parents save some money. So that's my dream, is to get a scholarship. So.
Well, I think you're going to be watching a very, very sharp, bright, nice, kind, endears himself to the members of the golf course person, and I think he'd be a great complement to a team. He's eventually going to be a leader, because he is a leader with all the younger members at my golf course. But I think initially a great complement to a team, and then potentially a top captain on your team as well.
If you think Scott McLellan should be part of your school's golf team, please take down the contact information on your screen. This has been a DawStar Video Scouting presentation.